In Marineford, there was a massive subplot in the background that was going on between two major characters in the series. And that subplot is between Kaido and Shanks with their little skirmish. And I know we all talk about it since it's a Shanks and Kaido thing. Everybody talks about Shanks, everybody likes to talk about Kaido, so it's a thing that comes up regularly, and especially since it's in Marineford. Now the story, we know the outcome. Shanks stops Kaido. But what if Shanks wasn't able to stop Kaido? What if he was too late to meet Kaido and Kaido got to Marineford first? Well, in this video, I'm going to be explaining that scenario. Now, before I get into the video, I want to set some ground rules. The first one being, if you guys like the video, please like and subscribe, as it will give me more incentive to upload more videos like this one. And secondly, just like any of my other what ifs that I may upload, this scenario is what I think will happen. So if you guys believe that something else would happen, please type it down in the comment section and we can chop it up there, and I'll be like, okay, no, maybe you do have a point, and then we can obviously exchange words and stuff, since I am pretty active in the comment section. Plus you can just talk to other people down there as well, so yeah, we can keep it active. But that's enough of the ground rules. Let's get straight into the video. Now the what if takes place directly after Whitebeard enters the battlefield and starts to fight Sakazuki. So while they're scrapping, Kaido and this big ass ship comes through, starts honking his horn, if he has a horn, and it's like, yeah, I'm here. Everybody turns around and like, oh, Kaido's here. Now I think in classic Kaido fashion, I think he'll just turn straight into his dragon form when he'll go up into the air and he'll start talking this nonsense and be like, yeah, I'm here, yeah, where's Whitebeard, where's the Marines, where's everybody, I'm trying to fight everybody. Now once he's done with his statement, he'll also use a borrowed breath to obviously just try to destroy the battlefield and cause dismay on the battlefield, and I think Marco would probably intercept it, since Marco's probably active on the battlefield. And I think Kizaru would, at this point, would probably leave Marco alone, since there's a massive dragon in the sky, like, come on, man. Marco has gotten rid of the borrowed breath. I think Sengoku would take this time to think for a second and be like, okay, cool, we actually have to mobilize everybody and use everybody to maximum efficiency. We can't have any screw ups here. Since Sakazuki is already fighting Whitebeard, he might as well just stay on Whitebeard, and I think Kuzan would be the one to actually go up and fight Kaido, since he doesn't really do much, and Kizaru is probably going to be protecting Ace. Now this gives everybody a major role. I know in canon it was mainly Akainu, but now Kuzan has to fight Kaido, Sakazuki has to fight Whitebeard, and Kizaru is tasked with just keeping everybody away from Ace. Saying that, Kaido also brought his own crew. Now I know he didn't bring Queen and them, but let's say Kaido brought OT, Page 1 and Black Maria, along with King obviously. And along with them they carried a bunch of gifters, since I don't know, I mean, what, might as well add the gifters in. To be honest, I throw the gifters out that they're light, but they're really not light. They would actually be up like 90% of Luffy's forces, and I'm not even joking. The gifters, pre-time skip at least, are pretty strong. Now with the added pieces on the battlefield, I do think that Luffy's way up to Ace would probably be easier here, aside from Kizaru obviously guarding it. But either way, he technically was guarding it in canon, and so was Sengoku, so we can still say that, yeah, well, here Luffy has more of a chance, it seems like. With Black Maria, Page 1 and OT on the battlefield, let's just stick them on Doflamingo, Jozu and Vista. I don't know who takes who, but let's just say they take them on. So I don't know, a massive 3v3 goes on. Now that the battlefield has got Kaido versus Aokiji, Sakazuki versus Whitebeard, Marco versus King, Black Maria, Page 1 and OT versus Doflamingo, Jozu and Vista, we now can see that the battlefield is now moving around. And I think at this point, just like in canon, I think Sengoku will be like, you know what, pull the trigger, man. Just pull the trigger. I know you're thinking, oh, why would he want to pull the trigger now? Well, the battlefield is too hectic. What's the point of giving this mad grand execution when the battlefield is so hectic? You might as well just get it over and done with. This is obviously when our boy Luffy would say no and then use his Conqueror's Haki, and that's when Kizaru would be like, alright, you know what, this kid, we may need to get rid of him because he's too close. Kizaru on his way down to go beat up Luffy. Jinbei jumps in the way, he gets hit away. Kizaru is about to go finish off Luffy. Luffy throws a few punches, gets hit away. And he's about to do the finishing blow. This is what happens. Now I know immediately you're thinking, where did Shanks get here so quick? But you gotta think about it. If Shanks didn't meet Kaido, he's immediately going to Marineford to go stop him. So that's why Shanks is here so quick. But you gotta think about it. Shanks was able to meet Kaido, have a skirmish with him, and then come to Marineford all by the end. So if he didn't have a skirmish with Kaido, he's obviously gonna get here way before the war ends. And just like that, when you thought the Marines had it in the bag, the red-haired pirates are here and they're turning everything upside down. Shanks now has to fight Kizaru. Sengoku and Garp literally have to be mobile since the red-haired pirates are here. And Luffy, well, let's just say Luffy now has a very clear runway to Ace. With Sengoku and Garp getting mobile, I think that the lesser forces, the red-haired pirates, I say lesser forces, but obviously they're a well-rounded crew, but I'm saying the weaker guys like, I don't know, Lime Green. Is that his name? Lime Green? Or was it Lime Grass? Lime Grass, Lime Green, whatever. The Monkey and whoever will jump in and try to help out where they can, while Yasop, Ben Beckman, Lucky Roo, the heavy hitters, will go fight Garp and Sengoku. Now, I don't expect them to win, but I'm saying hold them off. And obviously, with this going on, I don't think Luffy will be able to get the key, but obviously, like, he has Mr. 3 with him, so Mr. 3 will make the key for Ace, and this is where Ace does get out. If we've learned anything from canon, though, this doesn't mean that this is a clean sweep. Ace can still get killed here, maybe even Luffy. Now, at this point, it's basically a home run. Luffy has Ace, like, obviously, Whitebeard's struggling with Sakazuki a little bit, but, you know, he's an old man with cancer. You gotta give him props there. He's still putting up a fight. Redhead Pirates are still midway through their swings. Like, Kaido and his crew are still doing their thing. All Luffy needs to do is get back to that ship, and right now I don't think a single soul is focusing on them aside from Sengoku and Garp. So I think I focus on Luffy and Ace a little bit too much. Let's actually get into the facts. I know this is what you guys more want to hear about. Aokiji versus Kaido, I think that it will be a really good fight, and their fight will probably cause a lot of destruction around the island, just like how Whitebeard and Sakazuki's fight is. But I think that Kaido will just be able to just take him down, since Kaido's got better haki, durability. His stats overall are just better than Kuzan's. Sorry to break it to you guys. I don't think anything changes from Whitebeard getting half his head blown off and many holes in his chest while Sakazuki's out there bleeding from an old man smashing him a few times. Pause. Shanks versus Kizaru would rage on, but obviously Shanks would have the upper hand in that fight. I doubt anybody's going to disagree with me on that. Now, amongst all this commotion, Kaido's fighting, King's fighting, Shanks is fighting, Ben Beckman's fighting, Whitebeard's fighting, everybody's fighting. And next thing you guys hear is that annoying ass laugh in the background. Blackbeard is here to join the party, and he also brings a lot of turmoil. He's now coming and using his yami no mi, and he's got his crewmates shooting bullets, trying to take down Whitebeard because their objective is to kill Whitebeard. Afraid to tell you, Blackbeard guys, that this is not happening. You want to know why? Because Shanks is there, and Shanks at this point will be like, you know what, Kizaru, we've been dancing around for too long. I have to go deal with a major problem I've got on my hands right now, and that's Blackbeard down there. So what he would do, he would hit Kizaru away really hard, I don't know where, maybe even defeat him with an attack, rush down to Blackbeard, and try to deal with him right there and then. Now, with their fight coming to a close, Kaido and Aokiji are still getting into it. I think Aokiji will definitely be on the back foot as Kaido is pushing him and whatever. As I said, explosive fight. And then Sakazuki, I think at this point, should be trying to walk away from that Whitebeard fight, as Whitebeard, he's basically a walking dead man right now. Like, he's held a few shots from Blackbeard. I kind of was like, yo, leave my fight alone before I take you down as well, pirate. Like, he's talking his like supremacist marine talk. You know how he gets now. Before Whitebeard goes down, he's gonna give one final attack to Kainu just to put him down so Ace and Luffy can get away, and that's when Law's gonna pop up and be like, yo, come here. So yeah, they get out of the battlefield, but this doesn't mean everything ends. No. Blackbeard and Shanks are still going to get into their fight. Aokiji will go down and Sakazuki will pop back up out of the ground since he is kind of a vermin, and I think this is where Sengoku will be like, you know what, can we just stop the fighting? Shanks isn't listening because he has to kill Blackbeard here and then, and I do think that Shanks will just defeat Blackbeard, and then I think Sengoku will be like, listen, we got to stand down. Kaido's not listening to all that though. He don't care about that. With Shanks still up, with Akainu still up, with Sengoku and Garp still up, Kaido obviously gets put down, and I think this is where the massive change in the world happens. See, in this world you have an Ace. In this world you don't have a Blackbeard, you don't have a Kaido. So what happens to the power structure? We're going to get into that because there's now an Ace, and there's going to be a Luffy running around with no time skip with Rayleigh, and his crew not getting a time skip, and this is where everything just goes sideways for Luffy. Luffy fails, and the winner out of everybody, because Ace, yes, Ace will become strong, it will become powerful. Shanks will be able to do whatever he wants. Big Mom, I don't know what Big Mom's going to be doing. In this timeline, Big Mom is an anomaly, we don't know. And obviously, for the 4th Emperor, who's the 4th Emperor going to be? Due to so many things happening and the balance being turned upside down, the real winner of this whole thing is Emu. The reason Emu won is because Joy Boy is going to get wiped out. It doesn't matter what you want for Luffy, he's going to get wiped out when he reaches Fishman Island because Big Mom's going to be there. Kaido was not there to stop her. Shanks is too injured to even do anything. And then obviously Blackbeard not there. So, or Whitebeard I should say is not there. So it leaves room for Big Mom to do as she pleases for however long until Shanks is recovered, and obviously they will be able to keep what is it? Is it even called a Yonko balance now? It's just, I'm just gonna call it the Emperor balance at this point. Obviously, Ace would then be the next Emperor, but who will be the 4th Emperor? We don't know. Let's say Kid gets it. Eustace Kid, you know. Let's say Kid gets it, and that is this timeline. This timeline is Emu's timeline to win, because Luffy fails, Shanks is obviously still there, and then there's no balance. The Marines are befuddled. Kizaru, he got put down. Kuzan, he left because he didn't get no fleet admiral. Sakazuki got promoted to fleet admiral for everything he was doing on that battlefield. This timeline, if Kaido actually showed up to Marineford, this would probably be one of the worst timelines. Yes, I think theatrically it will probably be one of the best ones, but in terms of the story, no. Kaido showing up to Marineford, we gotta thank Shanks for that. If he showed up, it would have been a mess, but Shanks put that to a stop, and the timeline is perfect. And I think that's something that a lot of you guys need to understand when it comes to One Piece what ifs. With One Piece what ifs, and I've wrote out a bunch. I already know the ending of a lot of One Piece what ifs. They go either really, really well, or they end terribly because something happens to Luffy and the balance isn't there, and Emu eventually is the one that gets everything that they want, because there is no Luffy to stop them, and there's no sort of power in their way to stop them. I know I haven't brought up Dragon yet, but I don't think Dragon, with everything going on, will be able to take down things. I don't know, maybe Ace could help Dragon, and Ace is like, oh, so this is who the bad guy is. But I don't think, with certain things going on in the story, certain characters are taken out to the point where you can't even get to that point. So yeah, with Luffy dying and then everything else, it's not a good look. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is like me not even 12 hours after my flight. I just wanted to get here and just put out what I was putting in my notes into video, because yeah, that month off has really made me feel rusty, and I just want to get my flow back. So yeah, I'm coming back with this banger, and I've got more in the locker. But yeah, I guess that'll be it. I'll throw up a few pictures and videos on screen of my holiday, but yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day or evening, whatever, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.